In this world, there are still so many good people who are willing to spend their time helping others, even if they have to face a risk to save other people they don't know. Before we continue with the video, it would be nice if you pressed the subscribe button to help me increase the number of viewers. Maybe this is one of your contributions to being a good person. Seen in the video this time, there are two public buses helping several motorcycle couriers to cross the bridge. It can be seen that the weather was very bad for them to cross the bridge with strong winds. As The Weeknd said, the two buses were willing to go slow for them. The truth is that the world is still kind to them. This one is a video from Indonesia, in front of Galaxy Mall Surabaya. A little boy selling newspapers fell asleep. Soon a man gave him some money, and this kid accepted it semi-consciously. I hope you develop into a great human being. How would you feel if some random guy paid your grocery bill? This lady was really moved by his sweet act. Even she couldn't stop crying. Before, she had a bad day, but this man changed it for her. She really feel grateful for what she did. Furthermore, we have the best son for this month. How could it not be? At first he helped his mother to shave his head because of chemotherapy, but then he started shaving his head as well as empathy for his mother. The woman did not know that her son shaved his head for her sake, but when he realizing it, she starts helping her son. This is a very sweet moment for your mother. This video comes from a black box car in Japan. There is an elderly who wanted to cross the road with his bicycle, but when he had crossed the road, he fell. Two men who saw him fall immediately helped him to pull over to the side of the road. This is a very touching video, as we can see. This man wasn't in his best shape, but even though he probably hadn't eaten all day, he sincerely shared his food. Even though he could have chased the cat away, he didn't. This man has a bigger heart than most of us, because he knows how it feels starving. This video from India teaches us to help each other. At first this video just shows us how an ordinary day is like as a street food seller. But not long after that, flames appear from the stove, and people start to run to avoid the fire. No, it took a long time for the fire to spread to the gas, and that could be dangerous. But there was one person who tried to put out the fire, and then people started doing the same thing to avoid the fire getting bigger. In the end the fire was put out in less than 2 minutes with the help of these people. A blind woman and her child were walking in the station, but she did not realize that her son led her onto the railroad tracks, and then she fell onto the railroad tracks with the train approaching. And the man noticed her from a distance and ran towards her at full speed to help them. Fortunately both of them survived because of his heroic deed. He is deservedly awarded by the government, an outstanding hero. This driver saw an old man struggling to cross the road, so he quickly got out of his car and helped him to cross the road. Glad to see that there is still hope for humanity. Good for you, sir. As we can see, this person looks very happy when he gets the ball fell in the audience seats, and he immediately became silent when he saw the little girl who also wanted the ball. Without thinking, in an instant he gave the ball to this little girl. Well, no, it's easy to give something we really want, right? This is the atmosphere of the Hawkeye Stadium for football fans, entertaining the children at the UI Children's Hospital overlooking the stadium. This is a tradition from 2017. All the fans waited at the end of the first quarter to support the children. It was so touching to see. This is a video in Mexico a few years ago when there was a flood. We can see a dog cold and scared. But luckily these good people saved the dog and took care of it. An employee of the waste sorting complex was shocked, as he was speechless when he saw what was in this bag. At the right time and place he rescued this poor kitten, seconds before his back into the shredder. Remember how much fun Halloween was. As usual, this boy came out of the house to get some candy. But he couldn't see anything but an empty boat. Instead of leaving, he put some of his candy into the empty boat, so the next visitor could have candy from this house. This runner fell just before 200 m from the finish line. Then 2 foreign runners helped him cross the finish line. The solidarity of these runners was extraordinary. Car crashes can happen anywhere like this, but luckily there were kind people who helped him pull over. They pushed his car to the side of the road together, and saved his day. We know that people usually have this problem. They can't fit their feet. Normal airplane seats can get their feet off the seat. But this woman realized how uncomfortable she was, and asked her to change seats, because she was sitting in an emergency services seat that had more legroom, and in the end he was very grateful. There were 2 hungry children approached a man in one of the fast food restaurants. They asked for food, and immediately he put them to a seat and asked what food they wanted from the menu. We really need more people like this in the world. A small child fell asleep because there were no buyers. This man came and woke him up to buy. But when he gave him the money, he gave him 50,000 rupees, or about $3.5, where the original price was just running 5,000 rupees, or all around 35 cents. So he gave him 10 times as much money. The last video shows us when an online motorcycle taxi driver in Indonesia helps this old woman to cross the road. It shows us how humanity still exists in this world.